And welcome, everyone. So glad that you are all here. Before we get going, I would like to invite Ryan, if you would lead us in pledge, and then Lion Pete, if you would lead us in invocation. Please rise, folks.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray, please. Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless this meeting tonight. Bless the members that are here and our guests, Lord. We ask that you put your healing hands on any of our sick members, families, or members that are friends of ours, Lord. Put your healing hands on them. Lord, be with us throughout this evening. Bless our work, Lord, and give us a safe drive home. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Next up is agenda approval. Does everybody have an agenda? Does anyone have anything to add to the agenda, or I will take a motion to approve the agenda?
Move that we approve the agenda.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda approved, the motion is carried. Thank you very much. Lion Pete, we have a guest with us tonight. Would you introduce her for us?
I would be happy to. My guest tonight is Christy Benefield, and she works and she's actually an assistant branch manager with a new bank in town called Georgia Banking Company. It is on Collins Hill at 316 by the Walmart downtown. And used to be another bank. I don't remember what it was, but it was Chase. I don't know. They didn't stay that long, I don't think. But anyway, Christy had contacted me and wanted to know a little about Lions and what we do. And so I shared that with her. She is also a member of the Lawrenceville Business Alliance, and that's a nonprofit. And one of the reasons why I really wanted to get Christy here, see her interest in becoming a Lion, but there could be reasons and times when the Lawrenceville Business Alliance and the Lawrenceville Lions Club could come together to help better Lawrenceville, just like we help our friend over here and fellow Lion, Ryan. So there's nothing wrong with working together. That makes us a stronger community. And so I'd like for you to welcome my guest tonight, Ms. Christy Benefield.
Welcome, Ms. Benefield. So glad that you're here visiting with us tonight. Thank you very much, Lion Pete, for introducing her and inviting her to our meeting. Next up, Lion Bill Tail Twister. Do you have an interesting question for us today? Thought-provoking.
Tail twister is kind of like the court jester. He's supposed to bring levity to that. I'm just sharing information.
Oh, okay. I don't have a hat. But, all right. Since we're coming up on that season, what is your favorite summer vacation destination, location, area? Brian, we'll start with you since you asked first.
Okay. Well, right on the spot, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Don't have time to think, just right off the top of your head.
Well, as I really haven't been on a vacation in quite a while. When it comes to the summertime, there's nothing like, heading up to the mountains. Get some of that cooler air. Maybe go to Helen, you know, you know, lots of people like to shoot the hooch. Lots of people like going up to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, the cabin in the mountains would be very nice, in the summer.
Okay.
Sure.
Ryan?
Me? Okay. Well, my wife and I, we travel a lot, so I don't have a go-to spot. But at the end of this month, last day of school, we're going to San Diego, so.
Oh, nice.
So I'll say that's my spot for them.
I can't say where my favorite is because I've been to a lot of different places, but one of the places that I enjoyed the most, I think, especially as I was growing up and I was younger. And as y'all know, I grew up in Michigan. I don't know if you've ever heard of Mackinac Island, but that is a beautiful, beautiful island up in the northernmost part of Michigan in the Upper Peninsula, and right between Lake Michigan and Lake Huron. Got to watch how you say that. Watch Huron, right between them. The only way to get there is take a ferry over to them. They don't allow any cars except for like emergency vehicles. If you want to get around, you got to walk or rent a bicycle or something like that. But
What's that big famous hotel?
yeah, that's what that big,
The Grand Hotel?
yeah, the Grand.
Yeah.
And I think there was a movie there, and I can't think of it right now, but that was featured in that movie.
Somewhere in time.
Somewhere in Time. That was a great movie. And the Grand was on there. So, yeah, I mean, I've been all over the country, a lot of places. Been to San Francisco, California, all over there, and Florida. But I enjoyed going up there, up north. And one time, my brothers and I took a trip. We went to Canada from where I lived in the central part of the state, went over to Canada, Niagara Falls, then we took the car up around Canada and into the Sault Ste. Marie and took it over a ferry or something into the northern Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, and drove it across there up to Holton, Michigan, all up in there, and went swimming in Lake Superior. Want to know, cold. Thank God I was only 16 or 17 at the time.
What time of the year did you go?
Right over Labor Day.
So that would have been the warmest time for it.
At that time of year, it probably was because it was fixing to get cold. We had the Coast Guard took us out on one of their boats. So we got to do that. We asked them, could we go out on the boat? And we went out there. So it was kind of fun.
How is name island?
Huh?
How is name?
Mackinac.
Mackinac.
Yeah, it spells like Mackinac, but it's Mackinac.
You like to participate?
Sure, mine's very, very simple. Panama City will always be my favorite.
Ah,
I love the white
Been there, done
sand. Yeah,
Panama City
Yeah.
Beach.
Should live to tell about it.
It's fun.
yeah,
Yeah. Like 20 years now.
yeah. Now that I'm older, I like Destin, but yeah,
God, it used to be the old restaurant, Captain Anderson's.
yeah.
Panama City Beach.
I don't know if it's still there or if
That
it's,
was you.
Yes, it
Is it
is.
still there?
I was last year. I spent
Okay.
almost 8 weeks.
Oh my
Forced to
goodness.
spend.
yeah. Wow.
It was the most stressful weeks for me.
Oh, wow.
Would you
Long
like
story.
some water?
I'm good, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
All right, Maria.
The same thing, Panama City Beach. And I have specific spot.
Uh-oh.
Osprey Hotel.
No.
Because here you stay, you get out from room, 2 steps are on the beach.
Right.
Wow.
That's very cool.
It's perfect. for me it's perfect.
Thank you.
Huh.
But I hope we got help. This year we go in Tampa Air Force Base. So
Lots of water.
hopefully
Haven't been
it's
there yet.
okay, me neither. It's my husband's choice,
Mhm.
because I say I want beach, not golf or come dirty water.
Right, yes, I agree.
Okay. Tom?
Well, having grown up in the mountains, which are heaven, and then spending 3 years down at the coast, I'm really torn. I really, before I moved to the coast, I never lost anything in Florida. And I'm not sure I'd moved to Florida, but I was practically in it anyway. It was wonderful. And especially if you spend a large amount of time, so that you don't have to worry about whether it's gonna rain or not. So that'd be it.
Okay, okay. Brian?
What's yours, Bill?
Well, I'd say we usually go somewhere in the summer. But I guess each year, the second Sunday in June is the Gibbs Family Reunion in Turkey Creek State Park in Decatur, Mississippi.
Mm.
So that's always a go-to. Then this year we're going, also going to Alaska.
Oh, cool.
So just wherever, I guess, like you said,
Yeah.
Ryan, wherever it takes
Yeah,
you.
We go somewhere different. We have a big board in our house. We have a map that's probably as big as that whiteboard of the whole country of the United States. And I'm like put thumbtacks for every place we've gone.
That's a
You
good
ever
idea.
just stand back and take a dart and throw it and say that's where we're gonna go?
No, but what we do is, so we've been flying Southwest we've been married, it'll be 12 years this year. And so what we'll do with Southwest is we'll just find the cheapest flight and we're like, okay, let's just go here.
Hmm.
And we'll just go for like a weekend.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
nice.
I mean, we haven't paid for a flight in like 8 years.
Oh, my
We've
goodness.
just been using points to fly.
That's super cool.
I give you point to fly, go in Europe. Germany, Austria, Romania have mountain, have Black Sea.
But when Southwest starts flying there, we
Right.
They do a little bit in the Caribbean. We're going to Dominican Republic, but that's about as
Been
far
there.
as it's going.
That's fun, yeah.
I love it. They're gonna
Thank you very much. I assume that,
Yeah.
completes your report, Bill?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Lion Bill. Appreciate it. Received it, tonight, our wonderful treasurer, Lion, Catherine, has no meeting this evening, and we'll be sending her report, very soon, but she assures us that we're not broke,
Not broke.
as she likes to say. So, we're in very good hands, with our accounts right now. Secretary's report. Is there a motion to, forego with the reading of said secretary's report?
I don't know.
They wanna hear.
I make a motion that we suspend the reading and move on to the next item on the agenda.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of dispensing with the reading of the secretary's report signify by saying aye.
I,
Any opposed?
Aye.
In the opinion of the president, the ayes have it above the nose, and, thank you very much. Lion Tom, you are doing such a wonderful job. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, speaking of, Lion Tom, any notes on the Gulfstream?
Bill and I are trying to nail down what sponsors, excuse me, we want to offer, and we spent probably about 45 minutes on the phone with Elaine Lasco of Dixon Golf. So we hope to wrap that up here in the near term, and then we'll start, we'll get out the, save the dates and, get all the first responders to sign up and start nailing down golfers. And
Wonderful.
this year, the primary goal is to sell all the golfers. So we need about, I think it's 6 or 7 more teams to do that. And that's what we're gonna shoot for. That's gonna be the focus this year.
Awesome.
So if you know a golfer,
I know several.
send them our way.
Yeah, I think
We do it on Columbus Day. So it's October 10th.
It's, it's great. Thank you, Tom. Look forward to, our next meeting on that in, about 3 weeks from now. Lion Pete, we're not stripers.
Stripers game still on for the 4th of June. Those of you that are not familiar where we're going to be sitting, it's going to be along the first base line, and it should be much cooler along that line than it would be if we were on the third base line, that we'd be in direct sunlight. As of today, I have names, people here. I think I sold 22 tickets so far.
Okay.
So we've got less than a month to try and keep this going. Snellville Lions Club has purchased 10 tickets, and we will use those tickets. They requested that the 10 tickets go to first responders.
Ah,
So I will probably be tomorrow or later in the week. No, next week. I'll be going down to one of the firehouses, probably down there on Rock Springs, big firehouse there, and see if.
I would suggest, if you don't mind, reaching out to our honorary chair of the golf tournament. What is Gail's Higginbotham? Yeah. She's the assistant chief. Or is she chief now?
Is she the one that came and talked here?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, all right. And so that's fine. I mean, they said first responders, so,
Well, she's the police department.
yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to get in touch with her and
Okay.
see if she can't find, because they just said first responders. They didn't say, EMTs or firemen or police. And that's what they all, but I would,
Plus he is connected too.
Yeah, well, I'll probably buy at least 10 tickets myself, and I'll bring my group and then reach out to some of the parents and see if they want to come out too. So I'll commit to at least 10 tickets.
You're a prince of a guy. You know that?
Try it.
look, when you're going out and if you're going to ask somebody, if they'd like to go to the ball game and they said, well, I can't do it. If they would be willing to buy a couple of tickets, we can always give those, to the housing authority or to first responders or give them to your group, whatever, So we're going to have a tailgate party that day, hot dogs, brats, and chips and a drink. For anybody that comes, they can come by our table right there close to the entrance of the game, and because they're a whole lot cheaper than what they are at the game, but we don't charge nothing. So,
Is our hot dog cooker going to be back?
huh?
Is our hot dog cooker going to be back?
Andrew
Yes.
said he would. If not, Brian will from Toccoa. He brings his equipment down here, so we'll have that covered. But yeah, I'm trying to get Andrew to come back to get him busy with the club. So if not, we'll get Ryan to cook the hot dogs.
Spent 20 years as a chef, so.
So that's what I've got so far, but you know, we're running short on time. Tom, you bought 2 tickets. I bought 2. I'll be the only one from my family going, but I've got 1 to give away. And I told Andrew if he'll come, I'll buy that ticket for him. But if he don't come, I'll give it to somebody else. So if any of y'all want to buy an extra ticket or 2, Bill, you and Catherine have bought a couple of tickets, so.
I'm definitely, I'm, just go ahead and mark me down for 10.
Okay. So if we get enough, you know, if you want, you know, your fellas to come, or we can give them away to there, give them away to police or fire department, I don't care.
Pete is headed to the state convention, this weekend, and they are, everybody at the state convention is getting information. I am gonna be efforting to, email, every club directly, to ask them to buy 1 ticket. To, you know, and that will donate your ticket, to the community. You know, it's for the camp, so, you know, it's a good thing to do. And hopefully we'll get some response from that. You know, thank you very much, Pete. And then, speaking of that, Lion Bill, do you know if Catherine has any more Legos to send with Pete?
That I do not know. I know she had some that she shipped directly to them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was gonna ship directly.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because it was coming from different locations, so
Right,
rather than.
right. That's right. That,
Yeah.
now I remember. Yeah.
But I did bring the pins for Pete to take. Not Legos, but another task for you at the convention.
In fact, Pete is bugging with who's getting those pens. So, Pete is bugging with all of this weekend.
He put them on his
Brian,
pillow
can I say
instead
something?
of.
Yes, Tom.
At our last meeting, I left here and I went down to that place that I've been bragging about, Fussel's Cake Company, and I walk in and I look down at the register and there are these little cards, and it says Ryan Cox for State House. Now, and I am appalled that our good member here had not told me that he was running for State House. And I'm not going to ask you to vote for him since we're a non-political organization, but I am proud that he's running.
It's a lion versus a lion, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like what I do with my social media. I kind of keep things separated. So that's one of
And
the
that's a
things.
good thing.
So it's just like I don't want to put. Happy that you brought it up, but it's one of those things to try to keep things separated. So no crossing lines. But no, I appreciate it.
So, doggone it, you're not in my district. You're just outside of it.
Yeah, you might be what, 106?
105.
105. Yes, 105. Yep, just barely cut off because we can go into a whole long conversation about that.
All right, we thank you, Brian.
And speaking of May the 24th, we have no program that evening. I believe that's a good time to have our long range planning discussion. So I wanted to make sure that down, just to mention it. So bring your ideas, and we'll have some nice discussions about where we go in the next year and beyond, for our club. Pete, what's the latest that you know about the book club distribution?
Well, they had it set up for 3 or 4 times. I was scheduled to go last Friday. And I got an email from the lady that runs that, and she said that the books didn't come in.
Oh.
So they had to reschedule that for the school when Holt, I think it was. But I'm also scheduled for the next one that is on the 16th, which will be the day I get back from the state convention. That's on a Monday. And hopefully they'll have their books in so that they can go back there. And basically the thing is, they're giving the students in elementary schools the books, and then they want us to sit there and kind of go over the book with them and show them, you know, how basically, it all started as a summer reading initiative for the elementary and the middle school kids. And there were several of us that used to go over there and sort the books by age and class in the school and stuff like that. And then they would hand them out at the end of the school year for a summer reading. I think it's been a really great program to get these kids to, you know, get into reading books and stuff like that. Dr. Ben Carson, you probably all heard of him. I was listening to him on TV the other day, and he was talking to one of the guys on the network, and he said back when he was growing up, he was, you know, he was with a one-parent family, his mother, and at a very young age, he was kind of running around doing things he probably shouldn't have, and I'm sure you can tell us about that. But somebody he got, well, he takes care of younger fellas, you know.
So what are you saying about Ryan?
Not
He's running for
Ryan.
Apparently
But
he's not the
anyway,
campaign manager.
he is trying to be a, what do you call it? A mentor. He's trying to be a mentor, you know. Well, somebody got a hold of the good doctor and got him into reading. And I mean, he said it just opened up his whole universe. And he said he wouldn't be the world renowned doctor that he is, neurologist, if he hadn't gotten in and graduated from college as a doctor. So, you know, we don't know who these young kids that might get one of these books might open their whole world of reading. You know, I'm not a big book reader. I like to read magazine articles, and I used to love Reader's Digest, but I like the short stuff. I didn't get into them because I didn't want to read the whole book at once, you know.
I love it.
So newspapers and short stories, I like. Books, not so much. But I think it's a good thing what they're doing for these kids, and I think it helps them out. And hopefully, you know, if they got 1 or 2 or 10 of them that got into reading just because of this program, I think it's well worthwhile. So I don't know how many of you have signed up to help over there, but
Pete, take me with my grandson.
yeah. So they got a few more times to do it.
Did you get the?
And either Tom or I can get you the information on that, but I think it's a good program.
Go in and sign up to volunteer for, they have available times and locations.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not so good on go that.
What was the date on that? Book, the book club?
What's the date, Pete?
It's different
Huh?
dates.
What's the date?
They have
They have
different.
The next one that I know of is the 16th.
Okay.
All right,
16
Now,
May.
they sent 16th of May, yeah. They sent out a list that had more than 3 dates on it. I just tried to get into one of them, but there's more there.
But there's more.
And I couldn't tell you right now what the other dates are that you can go in. They have a thing you click on and it opens up all of that. You can fill out the times you want. And I think on those days, they have 3 or 4 or 5 different times that you can go. I'm going from 10:30 to 1 o'clock on the 16th.
You could do it this, they have several dates. This Friday is, they have some open slots. The 12th, they have some open slots.
What website are you at?
This
I'll
is their,
forward you.
this is the sign, it's called Sign Up Genius.
Okay.
And you can go, you click on that, and you go into it, and it shows you available slots and what schools and so forth.
What's your email address?
It's C. I mean, I might be.
Google.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I can look it up.
One of, no, I got it.
Can I
Um,
send you this email?
Please.
Why my mind just went blank. I was about to give you BB&T and I'm not with BB&T. C. Benefield at georgiabanking.com.
Okay.
Does that sound right, Pete?
Sign Up Genius. Yeah, she sent that email last Thursday night about 7:30 that she was canceling the Friday event. And it's like, whoa, it's short notice. But
Tell me the banking again.
Georgia Banking Company.
Spelled out, Georgia Banking.
Yes, I'm sorry, georgiabanking.com. I must be really tired.
Didn't they just,
Like my mind just went,
isn't there a new bank in Duluth?
yes.
I saw them changing it. I know where the Swarm headquarters is.
Where it says GBC at the top? Yeah. We have one in Duluth, one in Griffin, one in Buckhead, one in Lawrenceville. We just bought People's Bank and Trust in Beaufort and Alpharetta and Marietta. We're getting ready to open that one. Yeah.
Rapid growth.
Yeah. Do you know, Bartow Morgan Jr. that owned Grand Bank for a very, very long time? Anyway, he's fifth
You
generation.
will
He
soon.
bought it, yeah. He bought it like. Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's a big deal. We're growing.
Oh, quick block.
Now I'm questioning myself.
Right,
I sent it, so
next,
Okay.
if it was right, you should have it.
Pete, you had me add to the agenda something about the co-op.
Yeah, the co-op, and another thing, and I'll start this on, they have been meeting, they met last time at the co-op, and then you meet in different places. The co-op is a member of their organization. So that's a good thing, and Tom Baylog, who some of you have met, I guess, or are familiar with, he's a member of that. I was over there late last week, and one of the things they're in dire need of are egg cartons. 12, not the 18, but the 12, okay? And I took over 22 egg cartons last week, and then about a month ago, I took over probably 25 or 30. Now, how does Judy and I get that many eggs?
Oh.
Well, she cooks up eggs for our little dog, and she cooks up 3 eggs at a time. So in 4 days, she got a carton. So we just let them pile up. When I get a good stack of them, I'll take them. They get their eggs in huge cartons, right? And they can't give them out in there. So they need the egg cartons, 12s, and they put them in there to give them to their clients that come in there and need eggs, okay? I think they get them from Kroger's, I think, or something. Walmart, somewheres like that. But they need them. And also, they also need, and we haven't done this in a while, we just gave them a donation for $300, I think. And then they also have a need for non-perishable food items. And they have grown huge in since they, especially since they moved over there down by Central High School there. They've grown exponentially, I think. Is that how you say it? That's a word I get tongue tied out. But they've got, until they moved over there, they had nowhere to store cold foods and milk and, eggs and stuff like that. It was all dry products. But what I'd like to see our club do is, whenever you go out to the grocery store, just buy an extra can or two of tomatoes or spaghetti or something. And then once we get it collected once a month or once every 2 months, we can deliver it over to them. it's a great program, and you know, with COVID and people out of work, they have a high need for food and, non-perishable items, things like that.
The people that are buying the baseball tickets, do you have their email addresses? I was wondering if we want to, the people that are buying tickets for the baseball game, do you have their contact information?
I've got some of them here.
Because I wonder if we want to send a note to those folks when they come to the game to bring non-perishable items that we could then take over to the.
I think, I don't have a problem with that, but I think it ought to be something that we work on for next year that, that we do it. I don't know if I've had time, because right now I'm just trying to sell tickets. I don't want to, ask anything.
But I mean, it's just a lot, I mean, it's one of those things where you say, hey, we look forward to seeing you to the game. If you can, reach in your cabinet, bring out a can or two of food, and we're going to donate to the local co-op. I mean, it's not something that they have to plan. It's just.
Well, some of these people I've got.
You'd send the email if you give you the email address.
Yeah.
What he's saying, Pete, is if you give him the email addresses, he'll send the email asking.
Oh, I can look them up. Some of them, I only got their phone number here. They got the information from somewhere.
Yeah.
But I pull up emails on most of these. Some of them are Lawrenceville Lions members in Snellville, so those aren't going to be hard to find.
Okay.
In Athens, Lions Club. So, and you don't have to be a Lion to come to the ball game.
Which have to buy a ticket. I guess you can come get a free hot dog and not.
And just hang out.
Yeah.
Then you have to pay to park.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing is free.
All right. Next up, a couple of days ago, I received an email. Next month, when when they have the international convention in Montreal, the people going are going to be voting on an item. If it passes, they over a period of 3 years, starting in on July 1st, 2023. So that's not this year coming up, but the next one, that gradually they if it passes, will increase international dues by $7 when the gradual period is over in 2025 or 6. It's going to go up $3, then 2, and then another clip, whatever the remainder is. But I just don't know if they're gonna vote in the affirmative on that, but I just wanted to give everybody a long-term heads up that may be happening sometime in the not near future, but not distant, but close.
May I make a comment,
Absolutely.
which you can pass along if you like?
Okay.
Don't ever do that giveaway initiation fee again.
I would agree with you.
I mean, I don't know that this contributed to that contributed to this, but just giving it away indiscriminately was of no use. But just my 2 cents worth. They may have the numbers to say otherwise. I doubt it.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't argue with that point with you. But that's another discussion for another day. But yes. Anybody have anything they'd like to add, or because we've reached the end of the agenda?
Yeah, I have something.
Okay.
This is separate, but as a lot of you all know, I'm getting ready to have a fundraiser for my organization. And we need some volunteer ushers. So if anybody would like to volunteer to be an usher, we're gonna have training at the Lawrenceville Art Center on Sunday at 3 o'clock. It's only gonna take about 30 minutes. But there's two benefits. One, if they ever need ushers, you're automatically qualified to usher at any other event they do. And then two, after the training is over, they have a new play that's coming out called Swindlers. You can actually stay and watch the play before anybody else gets a chance to watch it. So doing like a pre-screening for all the people who are training to be ushers. So one of the benefits. But I'm about
So you're having this at the
Lawrenceville Art Center.
Lawrenceville.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, we need about 4 or 5 more ushers at minimum.
Are you still looking for ushers?
Mhm.
When's the date?
Sunday.
Well, Sunday is training.
Huh?
Sunday for training, but the event is June 18th.
Okay, so when is your,
June
what is it?
18th.
Huh?
June 18th.
June 18th?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But training is Sunday.
And I won't be here.
Okay. But you can still come forward if you
I
wanted
can
to
put on my
volunteer.
best suit.
We're just asking for a white shirt. I mean, you can wear a suit, but it's white shirt and black pants. is what
Okay.
we're asking.
And a black tie, Lions tie.
Sure.
All right. So, yeah, June 18th.
Yes.
Okay, send that information out again, if you will.
Okay.
That actually brings a thought to my mind. Are you gonna be doing another fan distribution?
We will. I'm deciding when I want to do it. Because I have a food distribution we're gonna be doing June 23rd.
Okay,
And I'm trying to decide if I want to tie it into that or if I'm gonna do a whole separate event,
all right.
but we will be doing it.
Will you please keep us up to date on that?
I will.
Okay. Because I know that we've helped with that the last couple of, the last, no. 1 or 2 years, I've lost count, but, but, wanted to keep that in the back of our minds. Anybody have anything else? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye. Any opposition? The ayes have it, and we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
See, you'll be home before midnight.
That's
You
good,
got that
'cause I'm
Logan-
sleepy.
You got that Loganville track. Fuck.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna follow up with some of this with y'all.
Pardon?
too. I'm gonna follow up with some of this with you guys. Soon, I'm gonna talk to GDC about some things, what we can do, blah, blah, blah. But I wanna help.
You said
Do
you
what I
thought
can.
you may have somebody else that might be interested? That you thought
The bank,
at the bank? Yeah.
there's several branches. We have a Community Reinvestment Act that we have to participate in all the time. We have so many hours that we have to do. So there's a lot of willing participants, but a lot of us want to really get out there in the community and really truly help, genuinely help. So that's one of the main reasons why I reached out to you. Because I know I was kind of not really part of it in Loganville, but I want to do more here.
Do you think that your bank may have an interest in being a sponsor for the golf tournament?
It's possible. Very well, yeah, that's why I wrote down a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna talk more in depth on some different things and see what we can do besides sponsorship. If we can do a tent or whatever that looks like. So we'll talk more in depth on those types of
Sounds
things.
good. And Bill's our sponsor specialist.
Okay. Does that have everybody's email? When you sent me that email, does that have every?
It doesn't, but I will send you,
Okay,
when the next, I'll send that to you.
okay,
And, the next time you get an email, it would have everybody's in the distribution, so.
okay. Okay.
See if I can do that now.
Or whenever. I gotta get my thoughts together to
Here's
talk
a
to them.
brochure. And there's the website.
This is for this Friday.
I probably
right.
got 4 or